Hello, this is Molly Raymer with 30 Days of Goddess and Bridget's Grove with this week's mini ritual for the Creative Spirit Circle. In keeping with my Cauldron Month plans, see link below for a full Cauldron Month resource kit, I am keeping this month's mini rituals very simple and brief, and we are keeping them around the themes of nourishment, which is 30 Days of Goddess's theme for the month, and Pachamama, the goddess we are honoring, as well as these kind of Cauldron Month themes. And so keeping it very simple and brief for today, I am using the Pachamama card from the Mother's Wisdom deck. I believe this deck is now out of print. I had it when I was doing certification programs for sacred pregnancy, sacred postpartum, etc. It was a deck that those programs used a lot, and I had recently re-excavated it to find the Oshun card that was in there. And anyway, it happened to have a Pachamama card too, which has a lot of flourishing, of vibrance, and nurturing and nourishing. So many things flowing into being from Pachamama here. So checking in with the book. And there's a quote at the beginning. So the message, the primary message from Pachamama is about honoring the earth. The shadow side is disregard. And then there's a quote from Terry Tempest Williams. Our kinship with earth must be maintained. Otherwise, we find ourselves trapped in the center of our own paved over souls with no way out. And so a lot of my work is about encouraging you to return to your center, return to the body, return to the earth, return to the cycles of the landscape and your life. And so when I read this, we'll find ourselves trapped in the center of our own paved over souls with no way out. I think about what would it look like, or what would it mean to return to the center of your wild and flourishing, well-nourished soul. So when I say return, I'm talking about returning to the wild and flourishing, well-nourished soul. What would that look like for you? So Pachamama is the Earth Mother of the Andean indigenous peoples. Pachamama's body is our world. That is what is so unbelievably powerful to me about this month's goddess, is that this goddess is our world. She asks you to recognize that you are within her and she is within you. You are inseparable from Pachamama. She comes calling, awakening you to the life breath that you share with her. When lives are filled with supermarkets and cell phones, we forget the living, breathing planet on which our busy lives bustle. Many children have never climbed a tree or discovered the microcosm hidden beneath a log. We suffer because of this disconnect. Parents, oblivious to the supportive earth underfoot, feel alone in the daily grind. Children miss out on the wonder inspired by the natural world, and Pachamama is threatened by human neglect and abuse. The path to saving yourself and the earth begins at home. Begins with the day-to-day, begins with tapping into that everyday enchantment and ordinary magic that's all around you. And so anyway, listen to the call of the wild, bring others along with you, children or otherwise, learn to be at home in the woods, and then perhaps find a special spot where you can be alone and become better acquainted with Mother Earth. So that would be a practice for this week. And I do have a Power Spots ritual kit as well, and I'll try to remember to link to that, Cauldron Month and Power Spots, because I really believe that any spot that we visit routinely, I'm going to go back to my backyard with the deck here and my elephant ear, is any spot that we return to regularly nourishes us and is nourished by us and grows and flourishes in power. It strengthens and deepens, and the magic grows the more often we visit that power spot. So finding a special spot is a practice for this week where you can be alone and become better acquainted with Mother Earth. And remember, you're not alone. You're in relationship with all these other life forms that share your home ground. And so find yourself in a conversation with Pachamama. Turn to her when you feel stuck in the human mire. Every hike can be a sacred walk if you pay attention to the signs along the trail and trust your inner knowing to interpret the messages they carry. A bud opening to the first rays of morning light may portend a new beginning. A spider's web stretched across your path could signal the need to weave community back into your life. Let us acknowledge Pachamama for all that she gives. You may also, another practice is to create an earth offering bowl in your house, placing a small amount of your own dinner into that bowl each day to remember a source, to remember, acknowledge, and give thanks to the source of your nourishment. And then take the bowl outdoors to leave the offering where Pachamama can taste the sweetness of your life and know she has not been forgotten. So that is another possible practice for this week. And then here is a body-based practice. Tip your face to the sky, open your hands to the wind, call your spirit back, affirm, I am here now. That's another powerful way to connect with Pachamama, is just to remember, I am here now, right here on this earth in all of its turning. And then I just wanted to touch back in. I'd like to reinforce some of the messages from 30 Days of Goddesses practice for this month. And so I'm just going to call our attention back to the question of what is nourishing you and what might you let go of? What is feeling like heavy or too much? What might you let go of in order to make some more space for nourishment? What is nourishing you? Do you trust that you know the kind of nourishment you need? What might you let go of? What feels like heavy or too much? And then closing today's little mini ritual with one of the cards from our snapshot cards. Again, you can go to 30daysofgoddess.com for the questions and for the practice video for this month. And just to remind you that you can participate as much or as little as you like. So even just printing out those snapshot cards and referring to them throughout the month can still be a really fulfilling practice. It doesn't have to be any more complex or more elaborate than that. Just touching back in with those resources can be very nourishing and very restorative and very replenishing. And 30 Days of Goddess really is all about feeding your soul and nourishing space for the sacred and for yourself at the center of your own life, creating space for that wild, well-nourished soul to thrive and for you to listen. So here's a prayer to offer as we close today. Goddess, guide me. Let my breath be my anchor to you, a reminder each moment that grace and guidance are with me, that I inhabit the sacred. Let me breathe in with peace and understanding, trust and patience. Let me breathe out with gratitude, with release, renewal, and restoration. Let each breath I take be an invitation accepted to connect, to be supported, to breathe the breath of now. Thanks so much for being here. Keep living your magic. Bye-bye.